Hi everyone! If you've ever wondered why your manifestation hasn't arrived yet, why things seem to move so slowly, or why the universe feels silent when you're asking for something with all your heart, this video is exactly what you need to hear. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most misunderstood parts of the manifestation journey: the delay, the waiting, the nothing is happening, the I'm doing everything right, but where is it? I want you to know something right from the start. Your manifestation isn't being denied. It's being prepared. And so are you. In this video, you're going to understand the 5 real reasons why the universe delays your manifestation. Reasons no one talks about, but that completely change how you see your journey. Reasons that Dr. Joe Dispenza's teachings help illuminate so clearly, especially when it comes to energy, coherence, and becoming the version of you who can actually receive what you're asking for. You'll learn why the universe moves on energetic alignment, not on your personal schedule. Why your desire might be ready, but you might still be in the process of becoming ready. And why the delay is not a punishment, but an invitation into your highest potential. And if this video spoke to you, if you feel that inner pull to go deeper into this work, I have to recommend one of the most powerful books I've ever read, Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's one of those books that doesn't just give you information, it changes the way you understand energy, manifestation, and who you truly are. If you're ready to align with your future self, shift your emotional frequency, and understand the science behind manifestation on a whole new level, this book is a must. You'll find the link to it in the first pinned comment. Take a look. It might be exactly what your journey needs right now. 1. Divine timing. Why manifestations don't arrive on your schedule. There is something deeply humbling and deeply liberating about realizing that the universe is not following your calendar. It's not looking at the date you scribbled in your journal, or the deadline you quietly carried in your heart, or the moment you told yourself, if it doesn't happen by this time, maybe it's not meant for me. The universe isn't ignoring you. It's aligning you. And if there's anything Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us again and again, it's that life responds to who you are being, not to what you are wishing for. Your energy is the true command, the true signal, the true prayer. And so the timing of your manifestation isn't about how badly you want something, or how long you've waited, or how much you think you deserve it. It's about when your internal world finally matches the reality you're asking to experience. Most people don't realize this. They think delays are punishment, or failure, or some cosmic silence that means you're not worthy. But a delay is never a rejection. It is a recalibration. Because before what you want can arrive, you have to arrive. The version of you who lives in doubt cannot hold the manifestation built for the version of you who lives in coherence. The version of you who is still emotionally tied to the past cannot receive a future that's built on elevated energy. And this is where divine timing becomes not just a spiritual idea, but a quantum principle. Dr. Joe says something profound. You don't get what you want, you get who you are. And this truth explains every delay you've ever experienced. Not because you did something wrong, but because your energy was still catching up to the life you asked for. Think about a moment from your own life. Maybe something you wanted so badly in the past, a relationship, an opportunity, a shift in identity. It felt like you were ready at the time, didn't it? You felt deserving. You felt impatient. You felt certain that if it just arrived right now, everything would finally make sense. But looking back, can you see how different you were back then? How unprepared your nervous system was? How much healing you still had to do? How much self-worth you hadn't built yet? How many old patterns were still running your life on autopilot? Sometimes the universe delays your manifestation because the you who asked for it was not the you who could actually sustain it. And so the delay becomes part of the transformation. The waiting period becomes the preparation. The silence becomes the rewiring. It's not the universe holding something from you. It's the universe holding something for you until you become the version of yourself who can finally receive it without losing it. In the quantum field, everything already exists as potential. Every possibility of your future self is real, waiting in the invisible. But you are the one who chooses which timeline you collapse into, not by hoping, not by forcing, but by shifting your energy into coherence with the life you're calling in. And coherence requires alignment, emotional, mental, vibrational alignment. And this is why divine timing is not arbitrary. It's perfectly intelligent. It's perfectly intentional. If you could see the energetic version of your life, the invisible architecture behind every opportunity, you would understand instantly why things haven't happened yet. You would see that the moment you become the person who is no longer seeking validation, the relationship arrives. The moment you release scarcity, the financial breakthrough appears. The moment you stop trying to control the outcome, the opportunity aligns effortlessly. The delay wasn't a block, it was guidance. You were being shaped into the frequency that matches your desire. And that shaping doesn't happen in a moment. It happens in layers. It happens through introspection, discomfort, awareness, emotional clarity. It happens through the days you feel stuck and the days you feel hopeful. It happens through the days you trust and the days you don't. But the entire time, your energy is shifting, even when you don't feel it, even when you think nothing is working, even when you're tempted to give up. There is always something moving beneath the surface. And here is something that changed my life. The universe doesn't care what you think you're ready for. It cares about what you're aligned with. If you say you want abundance, but you're living emotionally in lack, there's a mismatch. If you say you want love, but you're living energetically in fear, there's a mismatch. If you say you want expansion, but your body is addicted to the emotions of the past, there's a mismatch. Divine timing isn't slow, it's precise. When you ask for something big, the universe begins rearranging you first. It clears out the unresolved emotions. It breaks old neural patterns. It invites you to release the identity that's incompatible with the reality you're calling in. And yes, this process can feel like stagnation, but it's actually calibration, like tuning an instrument before the music begins. You are the instrument. Your life is the music, and the universe is simply making sure you're in the right frequency before the next part of your story plays out. So if your manifestation hasn't arrived yet, it doesn't mean it's not coming. It means you're in the merger lane between who you were and who you're becoming. It means something is aligning inside you, something you will only understand in hindsight. Every delay has meaning. Every wait has purpose. Every pause is protection or preparation. Your manifestation is not waiting for perfect time. It's waiting for perfect alignment. And that alignment starts within you. 2. Reason 1. You're being energetically recalibrated. Sometimes the universe delays your manifestation for a reason so profound that most people never even consider it. You are being energetically recalibrated. You are being upgraded. You are being aligned with a version of yourself who can actually hold what you're asking for. Because the truth is this: you can consciously desire something, but unconsciously resist it. You can say you want a new life and still vibrate in the emotions of the old one. This is exactly why Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that your energy must match your future before your future can match you. The waiting period, the delay, is often the space where your emotional field dissolves old patterns and begins forming new ones. Think about what you're actually requesting when you ask for a manifestation. You're not just asking for an object or a person or a circumstance. You are asking for a shift in identity. You are asking to become someone new. And your old patterns, fear, doubt, scarcity, guilt, unworthiness, cannot survive in the environment of the life you're moving into. That means the delay isn't punishment, it's purification. It's the universe helping you release everything that is not in resonance with who you're becoming. Because here's what most people don't realize. If you received your manifestation with your current emotional state, you might sabotage it, or lose it, or not feel worthy of keeping it, or you might not even recognize it as the answer you asked for. That's why life slows things down, not to frustrate you, but to transform you. The universe uses waiting periods to restructure your inner world, to break old self-concepts, to dismantle limiting beliefs, to expand your nervous system so you can hold more. Let's talk about that, because this part is so important. Your nervous system is the container for your reality. If it is calibrated for smallness, it cannot hold expansion. If it's calibrated for chaos, it cannot hold peace. If it's calibrated for survival, it cannot hold abundance. So sometimes the universe delays your manifestation simply because your nervous system isn't ready yet. Maybe you've been asking for love, but your body is still carrying the memory of abandonment. Maybe you've been asking for abundance, but your body is still addicted to the emotion of not enough. Maybe you've been asking for confidence, but your inner dialogue is still wired in self-doubt. The universe doesn't judge any of this. It simply works with it. During the delay, your emotional patterns begin to shift, even when you don't notice. You start questioning the beliefs that kept you small. You start releasing identities that no longer fit. You start stabilizing emotions like trust, gratitude, worthiness, and openness. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's powerful. This recalibration phase is where the most meaningful transformation happens. And ironically, it's the phase most people misinterpret as nothing is happening. But internally, everything is happening. Dr. Joe explains that the moment you begin changing your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, you signal to the universe that you're stepping into a new identity. But the body, which has been conditioned for years or even decades, takes time to follow. The delay is your integration period. The universe is giving your emotional body time to catch up with your intention. Imagine trying to pour a gallon of water into a tiny cup. It would overflow instantly. The cup isn't wrong, it just needs to be expanded. That's what the delay is doing. It's expanding your capacity to receive. This is the hidden grace behind divine timing. You're not being kept from what you want, you're being shaped into the person who can keep what you want. You're being prepared to hold more joy, more success, more responsibility, more freedom, more abundance, more love. And that preparation requires recalibration. Sometimes this recalibration feels like discomfort. Old patterns rise to the surface, emotional memories emerge. You become aware of your triggers, your fears, your beliefs, your subconscious stories. This is not a setback. This is the upgrade. The universe isn't showing you these patterns to overwhelm you. It's showing them so they can be released. Because to enter a new timeline, you must walk out of the old one. You cannot jump into your future while dragging your past behind you. And the universe knows exactly what you need to let go of before you can leap. So when the manifestation isn't here yet, it's not because you're failing. It's because your soul is rearranging itself. Your energy is being refined. Your alignment is being perfected. You're not being denied. You're being elevated. And when the recalibration is complete, when your emotions stabilize, when your beliefs shift, when your nervous system expands, when your inner world becomes a match, your manifestation arrives. Effortlessly, naturally, inevitably.
because now you're finally aligned with it. And this is why the delay was never a delay at all. It was preparation for expansion. Reason 2. The universe is rearranging people, paths, and possibilities. One of the most powerful truths about manifestation is this: just because you don't see movement, it doesn't mean there is no movement. Sometimes nothing is happening in your physical world because everything is happening in the invisible one. This is the part people forget. This is the part where doubt creeps in. This is the part where you start thinking the universe forgot you or abandoned your request. But the universe never forgets. It reorganizes. When you set an intention, you're not just changing your inner energy. You're sending a signal into the quantum field, and that signal starts rearranging timelines, opportunities, and connections long before you ever become aware of them. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this beautifully. The moment your energy shifts, you begin influencing the field in ways your logical mind can't comprehend. That means the universe might be working on things you can't see yet, aligning the perfect person, the perfect opportunity, the perfect timeline, all in the background. What looks like delay is often just rearrangement. I've seen this play out in my own life so clearly. There was a time when I was trying to manifest something that felt so aligned, so right, and yet nothing was happening. I remember thinking, what else do I need to do? Why isn't this coming? I felt I was doing the meditations, shifting my energy, visualizing the future version of myself, and still, silence. Months later, I discovered that the very thing I had asked for required certain people to leave positions, certain decisions to be made, certain circumstances to shift, all of which were completely outside my awareness. I didn't know that the person who would become essential to that manifestation wasn't even available at the time. I didn't know that opportunities were being restructured behind the scenes. I didn't know that someone else's decision on the other side of the world had to change before my path could open. And suddenly, it all made sense. It wasn't a delay. The universe was moving pieces into place. The quantum field is not linear. It doesn't function by step 1, step 2, step 3. It functions through synchronicity, the perfect coordination of elements that your mind could never orchestrate on its own. This is why the manifestation finally arrives. It feels almost unreal. Everything lines up so perfectly that you know you could never have arranged it yourself. This is why the waiting period exists. Because alignment is not instant, it's intelligent. Think of it like this. If you order something online, you don't sit by the door panicking because it isn't here 5 minutes later. You trust that it's coming. You trust that there are steps happening behind the scenes, packaging, shipping, transportation, even though you don't see any of it. Manifestation works exactly the same way, except the universe is coordinating far more complex elements than a delivery box. It's coordinating people's choices, timing, emotions, environments, chance encounters, intuitive nudges, and inner transformations, not just in your life, but in the lives of those connected to your desire. Your manifestation isn't just about you. It might involve someone else being ready, someone else healing, someone else making a decision, someone else stepping into their own aligned timeline. So yes, sometimes you're waiting not because you're behind, but because the person you're meant to meet is still catching up to their own growth. Sometimes the opportunity you're asking for hasn't been created yet. Sometimes the place you're meant to go is still being prepared. Sometimes the path that's perfect for you is still being built. This is quantum orchestration. The universe doesn't deliver your manifestation randomly. It delivers it through coherence, through the precise alignment of elements that must connect at exactly the right moment. And this is where trust comes in. Trust is what bridges the gap between not yet and here it is. Because when you don't trust, you collapse your own energy. You fall back into doubt. You shift out of alignment. You reactivate the old patterns that you were trying to leave behind. Trust keeps the signal strong. Trust keeps your energy clear. Trust keeps you positioned for synchronicities. The universe is always communicating through subtle signs, impulses, coincidences, and alignments, but you can only perceive them when you're energetically open. When you're in frustration, fear, or desperation, your field tightens. When you're in trust, it expands. Think about the moments in your life that felt like pure synchronicity. The right person calling at the right time, the opportunity appearing out of nowhere, the random event that changed everything. Those moments were not luck. They were the result of quantum rearrangement. They were the universe placing you in the exact energetic and physical position you needed to be in. So if your manifestation hasn't shown up yet, don't assume nothing is happening. Assume everything is happening. Assume the universe is coordinating people you haven't met, places you haven't been, opportunities you don't know exist yet, paths you couldn't design even if you tried. Assume the field is moving. Assume the timing is perfect. Assume that what's meant for you is already on its way and the universe is simply preparing the runway for its arrival. Because the truth is simple. Your manifestation isn't late. It's being positioned. And when the universe finishes rearranging the pieces, the moment will arrive so effortlessly, so gracefully, that you'll look back and think, of course, it could have only happened this way. 4. Reasons 3 to 5. What the universe wants you to master before it arrives. There comes a moment in every manifestation journey when you realize the universe isn't testing you to punish you, it's preparing you to receive. And the preparation isn't always comfortable. In fact, it often comes disguised as waiting. But that waiting is intelligence. That waiting is refinement. That waiting is the universe shaping you into the person who can hold what you're asking for. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you have become. And sometimes the delay is simply the space you need to become the aligned version of you. Let's break this down through the deeper teachings behind the final 3 reasons manifestations take time. Reason number 3, you're learning emotional coherence and real faith. Faith isn't believing when you see the result. Faith is holding the energy when nothing has shown up yet. This is where emotional coherence comes in, something Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about endlessly. Emotional coherence means that your heart and mind are no longer contradicting each other. It means you're no longer thinking one thing and feeling another. It means your energy is unified, not fragmented. And delays often show you exactly where your energy is still split. You say you believe, but your body still reacts with fear. You say you trust, but your nervous system still goes into survival mode. You say your manifestation is coming, but inside you feel abandoned by the universe. The waiting period exposes the cracks, not to shame you, but to strengthen you. Because the version of you who will receive the manifestation must be emotionally coherent. They must be someone who can remain aligned even when the physical world hasn't caught up yet. The universe uses the delay to teach you emotional maturity, inner stillness, and faith that isn't dependent on circumstances. If everything came instantly, your energy would never need to evolve. You would never develop trust. you would never learn how powerful you truly are. Faith isn't the reward, it's the doorway. Reason number 4. You must detach from the outcome so your energy becomes magnetic. This one is difficult for almost everyone, myself included, because when we want something deeply, the mind clings to it, the heart obsesses over it, the body waits for it with tension, and all of that creates resistance. Dr. Joe Dispenza says something powerful. When you are trying to control the outcome, you are signaling survival, and survival is the lowest state of creation. Attachment squeezes the energy. Detachment opens the field. When you detach, you are not giving up on the manifestation. You are giving up on the fear that you won't get it. You're releasing the emotional charge that pushes the desire away. And this is why the universe often delays things, to help you detach from the old emotional state that is tied to needing the result to feel whole. Because the moment you stop needing the thing, your energy expands. Your nervous system relaxes. Your frequency rises. You become magnetic. The universe wants you to desire from fullness, not desperation. From alignment, not fear. From trust, not lack. And the delay teaches you exactly that.
Reason 5 is you must become the version of you who can sustain and expand the manifestation. This is the most profound one of all. A manifestation isn't difficult to receive. It's difficult to maintain when you haven't become the person who aligns with it. Anyone can manifest love, but can they hold love if they haven't healed the identity that feels unworthy? Anyone can manifest abundance, but can they sustain it if their nervous system is still wired for scarcity? Anyone can manifest opportunities, but can they expand them if they still see themselves as incapable? The delay is where you grow into the version of yourself who can not only receive the manifestation, but also keep it, nurture it, and allow it to evolve. I've lived this lesson in my own life countless times. There were things I asked for years ago that I now look back at and think, if I had received that back then, I wouldn't have known how to hold it. My energy wasn't stable enough. My identity wasn't strong enough. My emotional patterns weren't aligned enough. And that's when I understood. The universe wasn't saying no. It was saying soon. The waiting period is the training ground. It's where the universe builds your emotional muscles, your self-concept, your trust, your inner power. It's where you learn how to choose the new identity consistently, even when the evidence isn't there yet. Because once you become the version of yourself who truly matches the desire, the manifestation has no choice but to arrive. It's a law of energy, it's coherence, it's alignment, it's resonance. It's the quantum field responding to your frequency. And that's why the final truth is so transformative. Your manifestation isn't waiting for the universe. It's waiting for your alignment. Waiting for your nervous system to feel safe with the new reality. Waiting for your heart to open to receiving. Waiting for your mind to stop predicting old outcomes. Waiting for your identity to match the life you're calling in. The delay isn't a punishment. It's preparation. It shapes you. It strengthens you. It upgrades you. It transforms you into someone who doesn't just receive, but someone who expands what they receive. Because the universe always gives more than you ask for, but only when you have become the version of yourself who can hold it. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, if it reminded you that you're not alone in your journey, then don't leave without connecting with us. Tell me in the comments what part resonated with your heart. I truly want to hear your experience. And if you're ready to keep expanding, growing, and understanding the language of the universe, make sure to subscribe. Every week, we explore the subconscious mind, quantum creation, divine timing, and the energy that shapes your reality. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next step on your journey.
And if today's message awakened something real inside you, a desire to understand yourself, your energy, and the quantum field on a deeper level, then Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural, is the perfect next step. It's a powerful guide to help you break free from old emotional patterns and become the creator of your future, not a repeat of your past. You'll find the link to the book in the first pinned comment. Go there and start your transformation today.